Monday Health Minutes, sponsored by Valley Health.
Hi, I'm Melanie Schaefer. This is Valley Health Minutes. We all know that smoking and vaping are not the best choices for our health, but when you're pregnant, it can really make a difference to mom and baby. So today we're talking with obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Ellie Hood about that. Thanks so much for being here. We all know it's not a great idea, but let's talk about specific risks. What happens to mom? What happens to baby when people smoke and vape while they're pregnant?
Well, absolutely. Well, first off, it can cause trouble getting pregnant. So it can decrease your fertility if you're smoking or vaping. Once you become pregnant, there is an increased risk of birth defects like cleft lip, cleft palate. There's also a risk of having the baby early, preterm delivery, low birth weight. That can also damage the baby's heart, brain, lungs. There's some new research coming out about vaping, and that the vaping can damage not only the mother's blood vessels, but also the baby's blood vessels, and that can cause long-term damage.
That's surprising because I think a lot of people feel like, vaping is a better alternative than smoking, but it still comes with risks.
Absolutely. It's definitely not a better alternative. Vaping is not a better alternative for smoking. It's not a tool to help you quit smoking either, and it's far worse than smoking. It's way more potent.
Yeah, a lot of chemicals.
Yes, more chemicals and higher nicotine levels.
Yes, okay, so people need to be aware of that. It's so hard to quit. So now that people know the risks to mom, to baby, what are some of the resources out there? What can a pregnant woman do to get off of smoking and vaping?
Absolutely. Well, hopefully they're having a conversation with their obstetrician when they come in, and we're talking to them about how much they smoke or vape and that type of things. And then once we identify somebody who's smoking or vaping during pregnancy, we can refer them to the state's quit line. We have some options such as patches and gum and things like that to assist in the cessation process. But really one of the most powerful resources is a program funded by our state and also in Ohio, and it's called Baby and Me Tobacco Free. And we can make a referral for that program if the patient would like.
So let's talk about that program. What does that entail?
Yeah, it's a great program, and we do a quick online referral process at the doctor's office, and then the counselor will call the patient and set up virtual visits. So the patients really like that because they don't have to come in. There's nobody coming to their house. They can talk on the phone to their coach, and then they will send them a device that hooks up to their phone so that they can monitor their carbon monoxide levels, so they can really see their levels drop as they decrease their smoking or vaping, and then when they eventually quit.
Yeah, that's a lot of positive reinforcement.
It is. It's very helpful for the patients. And then the other great thing is that there's a financial incentive for when these people quit smoking and vaping and decrease their use. So they get money for diapers and wipes, and actually we can enroll one other person, a support person, somebody who lives in their household, their partner, and it almost $700 in money for diapers and wipes to help them quit smoking or vaping.
Yeah, not to mention what you're spending on smoking and vaping.
Right, exactly. So lots of benefit there, but it's really a great tool, and I've had so many people quit that had tried other methods, quit line, NRT, like the patches, and they've quit smoking and vaping.
That's really interesting, and there's no cost to the patient through this system?
No cost to the patient.
Or just so speak with your provider. What was the name of the program again?
Baby and Me Tobacco Free.
Okay, that's great. And it's interesting too, I find it's interesting that people can use the products that you use not pregnant while you are pregnant. Are they the same products, the patches and the things to help with smoking cessation, or are they different because you're pregnant?
Well, they are the same, and it just depends on what the patient's comfortable with. A lot of pregnant patients are comfortable with patches and gum, and we try to stay away from some of the oral medications and just go in a stepwise fashion with what's less risky and more well studied in pregnancy.
Okay. And finally, if anyone is on the fence, pregnant and on the fence, thinking, is it really worth it to stop smoking and vaping? What would you tell them?
Oh my goodness. Well, immediately they're going to start to feel better. They're going to breathe easier. After one day of quitting, their baby is going to get more oxygen to their brain. So, it's really incredible that just a little bit of cut down and even a short amount of time of quitting will really help. And not to mention that it's going to decrease your risk of cancer and heart disease and lung disease. So it's super important.
Yeah, it can be difficult, but it's worth the effort, and there are tools that can help, like you mentioned.
Absolutely.
You can do it. All right. Yes. Dr. Ellie Hood, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thanks for being here for Healthy Monday. We'll see you next Monday.